Tony Richardson was on Guam last year as a member of the Australian Air Force and their participation in Cope North exercises held on Andersen Air Force Base. The evening of February 12, 2013, however, was his night off. As he took to the stand this morning, he recalls eating dinner with friends before the group made their way by foot towards the Tagata amusement park.
Heading up towards the bumper cars, we could hear what sounded like a car accelerating at high speed coming from, we were heading up and it was coming from behind us.
Okay.
Yeah.
What did you see?
Well, we witnessed it accelerating on the footpath on the other side of the road at high speed going up the footpath.
And although he lost sight of the vehicle, he believed what happened next was a car accident.
We heard it hit something. We heard a loud crash, and then we heard someone scream. And at the point where I heard that scream, I ran across the road onto the footpath and came across the car. It actually hit into the ABC.
As he told the court today, he approached the car believing that the driver may have been hurt. Already on the scene, he saw another man trying to help the driver. That man was Nicholas Dismang, who also testified today. As part of the U.S. Navy, Dismang says he was on Guam that evening because his ship had docked earlier that day.
I went to open the door. It was sort of jammed a little bit, and so I tried it a second time, and it opened up.
Are you pulling on it?
Yeah, not
Okay.
too hard. The engine was accelerating very loudly.
Okay.
I indicated to the driver.
What did you tell him?
To shut the engine off.
Okay, and was it shut off or what happened next?
No, the driver then turned, reached down by the passenger.
And where's the driver? He's in the driver's seat?
Yeah, he's sort of kind of in the driver's seat, slightly up on the center console a little bit, like he sort of shifted during the impact.
And what did you see him doing at that time?
He grabbed two large knives.
Okay, and then what did you do or what happened next?
He raised them up and started to jump out of the car and raised the knives towards me.
As Dismang shouted to alert others to run, both he and Richardson saw DeSoto attack his first victim.
He came up behind the grandmother, he stopped, he brought his arm up above his head, and then he plunged the knife into the back of the grandmother, the elderly lady.
Okay, and then what happened next? You recall?
At that point, I stopped and I started looking for, I was trying to find a weapon. I wanted to stop the assailant from doing what he was doing. I tried to pick up a rubbish bin to throw at him and I couldn't.
Both men ran for their lives, but came back to aid the injured. Also on the scene was Australian Air Force's Paul Barrack. Barrack choked up on the stand this afternoon as he described a screaming infant.
My focus was straight away, I could see. Wait a second.
Take your time.
I could see a wound on a baby's face. I didn't study or look or whatever. I just immediately went into a mode of first aid, take my shirt off and stop that bleeding.
DeSoto is charged with multiple counts of aggravated murder and attempted murder after he drove his car down a Tumon sidewalk before crashing into the ABC store, darting out of the car and stabbing people at random, leaving 3 dead and several others injured. He has pleaded not guilty by reason of insanity. Trial will continue Wednesday. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Crystal Paco.
Standing in front of the bench, I'm showing counsel that's been marked in previous